How's it going, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I've got some errands to run and getting ready for some upcoming projects, so I figured I'd take you along with me. Let's do some work. This video is sponsored by RLS and by Truewerk Tools. Are you tired of not finding good quality tools in your local supply house? Well, check out truewerktools.com. They carry all of the good, high quality brands like RLS, Navac, Fieldpiece, Appion, and the list goes on. So check out truewerktools.com and make sure to use the promo code qualityhvac to save yourself 8%. So if you've been following me along on Instagram, you know that I've been building a shop in the back of my property, and it is coming along. They just finished the concrete driveway this past weekend and got all the concrete in the actual shop. Let's go check it out. All right, so first thing is we added a second driveway. That way we had a dedicated driveway coming to the shop. So that way, once I get some employees that have to drive over here, they won't go through the main driveway. So that'll be nice. They'll come through here, and this is it. So this is a 30 by 40, and it is 14 foot tall to that point, because those are 12-foot doors. And the plan is to get a small dumpster that's going to go here, and then we're going to fence it in. So that way, obviously this is trash from the building, but all the trash that we accumulate from the jobs that we work on, it's a pain to try to get rid of. It's one of the biggest things that I have to deal with on a weekly basis without having an actual dumpster of my own. So that'll be nice to have one here. And yeah, let's go take a look inside. And all right, so this is it. This is going to be the beginning of the new shop. I'll be filming in here. I'll be doing all types of stuff, so pretty excited about it. We got tons of room. As you can see, it's really tall, and I'm going to keep it open. I'm not going to actually put a ceiling or ceiling at the bottom of those trusses there. I'm just going to keep it open. I'm actually going to be spray foaming the entire building, roof, walls, and I will be conditioning it, of course, right? So we'll be putting in, right now the plans are, I'm gonna be putting in a 20 SEER 3-ton Gree Flex split system. So that way I have that variable speed, all electric, and you know, since I live in Tennessee, don't really need that backup auxiliary heat, which will be nice. So yeah, it won't draw that much power, and it'll keep it nice and comfortable depending on the load. So I haven't made my mind up yet if I'm gonna be doing a ceiling suspended air handler, or if I'm gonna have it down here on the ground and then just have the ductwork go up and then shoot across. I don't know yet. I'm trying to make sure that I utilize the height of this space as much as possible, but I don't know. I think it would be cool if it was down here, because I can do trainings on it. I can, you know, make a lot of videos based around this particular system. So if it's down here, it's gonna be a lot easier to film, a lot easier to work on, that sort of thing. But we'll see. I do know that I'm gonna be putting in some spiral ductwork across, so it'll all be exposed. It'll look really nice. The whole ceiling and the trusses up there, I'm gonna spray everything like a matte white. So it's all gonna just look clean and nice and bright in here. The walls will be white as well. So anyway, pretty excited about it. So what do you think, buddy? What do you think about this new shop? Is it pretty awesome?
No.
Oh, what you eating on? So yeah, I'm gonna be running some electrical out here. I'm gonna be running water, because I'm gonna get one of those wall-mounted pressure washers that has the reel built into it, and the water stays hooked up to where you can just grab the reel, bring it out, and just start using it. That way I can keep the truck, the van clean at all times. I think that's gonna be super nice to have. And then I'm gonna be running some internet out here, some Ethernet cable, because I plan on making a little corner where I can start doing some live streams and just getting more involved when it comes to that sort of thing. So now that I'm gonna have a dedicated space, I can do it. All right, so first thing on the agenda for today is to get the topper finally color matched to the truck. So we're here at Mako today. We're gonna drop off the topper. We're gonna get it painted. So if you didn't know, I actually bought this topper off of Marketplace. That's why it doesn't have the same color as the truck. I got this at much cheaper price than buying one new, and it was only a couple of years old. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing unbolted so they can take it off the truck. All right, tie all this up, should be good. In the middle, man. All right, so that is exciting. I've been waiting for this day for a while to get that topper color matched, so it's looking nice and clean. So hopefully in a few days that will be done and be ready to put back on the truck. All right, so now we're gonna go drop the truck off, pick up the van, and then we got a service call to run. We got a no cool. We'll go check it out and see what we got going on. All right, instead of taking the van, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and take the truck because the front bushings on this truck are starting to squeak, or they've been squeaking for a while actually. And I've got some replacements from Cognito. Anyhow, I'm gonna go to the automotive place that I like to go to in Nashville and get a quote on replacing those while we're in that general area. So we're just gonna grab some contactors, capacitors, things like that, and obviously our tools, and just take the truck. So this is the unit here. The customer's saying that the fan was running real slow. So we'll figure out what's going on here. All right, already got the breaker turned off. Make sure we don't have any voltage. Showing 5 on the fan side and 32 on the compressor side, so we may just have a bad fan motor. Let's go ahead and I'm going to turn it on and amp it out, see what's going on. Oh, 1.7, it's not even turning, so looks like we got a bad condenser motor. I love going back with OEM motors, man. It just goes back the way it's supposed to. You don't have to like try to J-rig anything. The orientation is going to be same as far as the spin of the shaft, the plug. It's all the same, man. How do I get it out the shaft? Be here all day, folks.
Make sure you don't lose your nuts.
Furnace, right? That's correct. We got a gas furnace, and then you got your cooling coil here. So if we do have, if the compressor doesn't come back on and we got to replace that condenser, we don't have to replace the furnace. We just got to replace this cooling coil to match with that condenser. If you wanted to replace the furnace at the same time, obviously we could, but it's not absolutely necessary. Really just getting off the bulk of the grass. This coil's pretty bad off. I'm going to talk to them about replacing this system. At least I got some cooling for now. All right, so we got that one going for now. As you can tell, they have a massive bee problem right above that condenser. And I don't feel like getting all stung up today, so I'm not going to try to go into checking the charge and doing all that. Oh man, I'm itching. But I know it's running good for now. As you can tell, that coil is actually quite a bit damaged, so give it just a little rinse off. But I've already been talking to the customer about possibly replacing that system just because it's in poor shape, it's old, but at least we got them going for now. So anyhow, we're gonna head back to the shop, and we're gonna start making a crossover box that we need for a job that we're doing tomorrow. It's a full reduct system with a new package unit, and the crawl space is not very high. So the ducts coming into the crawl space, they have to swap over. So what I'm going to do, the supply duct is going to just go straight in, no problem, but the return duct needs to cross over. So I'm going to make a crossover box. This is basically just a rectangle piece of duct with two caps on it, to where it's only going to be about 6 or 8 inches tall, and the return duct will come straight in the crawl space into a 90, which will go into the top of that box. The box will go underneath the supply, and then we'll put a tap on the other side, and then the return can hook to that and go where it needs to go into the floor. So to me, that's the best way of crossing over the ducts without actually crushing like return or flexible ductwork or any of that. So anyhow, we're gonna go make that, and then, actually Trevor's gonna go make that, and then I gotta go pick up all the materials for this reduct. So all the ductwork's been removed already. Today they're actually putting in a new vapor barrier, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna get started on installing all the new ductwork. So I gotta get all that material, get ready for the morning. All right, so we're gonna be making a transfer box that's gonna be 6 by 32. It needs to be 62 inches long, but because I have a 48-inch brake, obviously I can't make it that long. We're gonna have to make it into 2 pieces. So we'll just make it 31 inches long times 2. So the way I would do it, where the marks are, that's, you bring the material up. But before you actually bend this lip and this section, you got to do your cross break. And you could just use the Hillmore hand, the pocket brake. The rest of it is using your 4-foot brake. Do all your cross breaks with this. You don't have to go super crazy with it, but just make sure it gives it a little bit of a cup. And then do your brake here, and it should be good. All right, so while Trevor is wrapping up that transfer box, getting that going, I'm gonna go run to RE Michael and pick up all the materials that we need for tomorrow's job.
You would make it perfect though, Zay?
What's that?
Have your little mini split in there.
Oh man, my wife was still working with me. That's what we would have.
That'd be awesome, man. Hey, Bubba.
Oh, it's all good.
Appreciate it, guys. All right, so while Trevor is finishing up that transfer box, I decided to stop and get my hair cut. Looking nice and fresh. Little man's got to get fixed up too.
Getting that grooming spray. Suavecito.
That's right.
Carry here at Shea Barber Lounge.
Yeah, that's my man Pedro. He does an awesome job. If you guys are in the Murfreesboro or Nashville area and you want to travel a little bit, I highly recommend checking him out. He does a really good job. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the shop. I'm going to check out that transfer box and see how it turned out. Trevor told me he's finished with it. It's not assembled because I don't have any S-lock. We got to grab some in the morning, but he's got all the pieces bent up and cross braked and all that. So it should be ready to go for the morning. All right, so here is our transfer box. It's not obviously assembled yet, but he's got all 4 pieces, got the cross brakes in them. Here's the 2 end caps. So that turned out nice. So all you have to do tomorrow is get some S-lock and assemble the duct, put it together, cut our holes for each size. We're going to insulate it with some bubble wrap, and it should be good to go. All right, so that's going to pretty much complete today's video. Really hope you got something out of it. I know we didn't do a ton of work today. It was a bunch of running around, and man, the time just goes by so quickly and the day is over before you know it. But I hope you got something out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, see you later. Woo!